Welcome back. We've been discussing the power sector problems of the banking sector. Let me welcome two senior bankers, Mr. Rajneesh Kumar, Managing Director of State Bank, and Mr. C.V.R. Rajendran, just retired, Chairman and Managing Director of Andhra Bank. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. Well, Mr. Rajendran, let me come to you. You must have been around when, in 2013, 5 generation companies, distribution companies, were given a restructuring, and you banks agreed to fund losses for 2 more years. As of now, what info do you have? RSEB, we know, is asking for a restructuring. What about the others? Are they out of the woods, or will they also be coming asking for more?
Now, we have big exposure on the Andhra Pradesh Electricity Board of the undivided Andhra Pradesh, which is now divided into Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. And both the electricity boards are showing interest in prematurely closing the loans, actually. And they feel that they are paying
so
higher rate of
interest.
interest.
No problem with Andhra.
Yes.
With any of the rest,
Andhra and Telangana both will be in a position to prematurely close all the loans and borrow at a much lesser rate. That's what they are hoping.
Yes.
The electricity board health is in good condition, and they are not asked for even the additional loss of funding of the losses also. So that is good. Tamil Nadu, my exposure is very limited in the Andhra Bank, but they have not shown much of progress even in the tariff revision as well as in the restructuring also. We are funding the losses. For 12-13, 13-14 and 14-15 also we are funded. With that, loss funding is over. From 15 onwards, from the year 15-16 onwards, they should start servicing it. Interest is being serviced with a little delay. When the principal servicing comes, we have to see whether they are able to maintain this servicing part.
But your hunch is that they are still in trouble.
They have still problems. They don't have sufficient cash flows.
The state government has to make good.
State government has to make good.
Okay.
As far as Rajasthan is concerned, the cutoff date was around 12. Year 12 is the cutoff date. So from year 15 onwards, they must start servicing the principal also. I understand that they have sent a request now stating that as this restructuring was implemented only in the year 13, you give a 3-year moratorium as suggested by the original restructuring proposal. So from year 16 onwards, we will start repaying. That is what they are telling. The tariff revision should have taken place from April 1st onwards every year. First year it has taken place from April 1st onwards. Second year it has taken place from June. Third year, I am told, even now it is not taken place yet. Maybe for political reasons they have postponed a bit. As a result, the cash flow also affected to that extent. The cash flows are not sufficient even to service the interest as agreed. So as on date, they are servicing the interest with some delay.
SMA2 loans?
SMA2 loans as on date, because they are not able to service the interest on date. Of course, if the principal servicing also comes, I doubt whether they will have the ability to service it unless the state government goes and service it. On the other hand, 50% of the loan was converted into the state-supported loans, state government loans. I mean, loans of discount guaranteed by the state government. And when they convert it into a SDL or SLR status special securities, they are able to borrow at a much lesser rate. They got a lot of benefit because the loans were given at 13.25 or 12.25 rates. And 50% of the loans were converted at 9.30% for Rajasthan. To that extent, interest saving is there for them. When they convert it into special securities, the rate goes down further. So interest servicing has come down. As far as the Bangas is concerned, conversion to special securities is a way to exit these accounts. So that is happening in Rajasthan to a certain extent. Of course, the 9.30% securities, even though the rate is attractive, there are no buyers in the market. So as such, I am not able to exit these bonds. I am holding on this as a non-SLR bond, yielding 9.30% instead of getting 13.3%.
At least
that is getting serviced. So to that extent, that 50% of the loan seems to be getting serviced, and we may have an exit.
Very quickly on Andhra, on Uttar Pradesh, Haryana?
Uttar Pradesh, I don't have an exposure. Uttar Pradesh and Haryana.
Not Haryana as well.
I never had an
Mr. Rajneesh Kumar, you have any problems with any of these 5 discoms?
As of now, not much, and our exposure to state discoms is very limited. So we have some exposures in Tamil Nadu, but otherwise our exposures are very, very manageable. And as of now, there is no irregularity or there is no problem.
Do you fear the TNEB?
But going forward,
do you fear TNEB will ask for a restructuring, or do you think they will manage?
No, they may ask for restructuring, but restructuring even when last happened. So it was felt that it is all a temporary solution. The problem which affects the distribution sector or the power sector are much more complex. And they are a common knowledge. Everybody knows that in the entire value chain, it is the end consumer and unless you are able to recover the right price from them, and the consumers of point of view is also that the good consumers who pay in time, they have to pay higher, and the people who steal, they are least bothered about what the power rate is.
Okay.
So this is a very deep problem, and there have been several programs since 2001. There was a program launched,
Mr. Rajesh Kumar,
Power
Mr. Rajesh Kumar,
program.
No, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, we'll leave that aside because we have only about 10 minutes more to discuss the problem. I understand that they have T&D problems and they have ATC problems, as we call them, a short form, a sophisticated way of saying that that stolen power is not paid for. But my point is, any information at all if Haryana and Uttar Pradesh will also come for restructuring, are you exposed to them? Are they at least reducing their losses?
I have not studied their financial statements recently, but UP, I think there may be a problem. And as I said, that our exposure in UP is hardly anything. Haryana also much less.
Okay.
But their payment record so far is satisfactory, I would say.
Okay. So loans are being serviced, but it is possible that even in FY16 losses may have to be funded. So you think the problems could come to a head now because you all won't fund losses and the state government will have to therefore make good. So is that likely to be a problem area in Haryana and Uttar Pradesh in the current year?
Not in the current year, but next year maybe.
Okay.
And as I said, that as far as funding of losses is concerned, so banks are not going to fund the losses. Ultimately, government will have to find a solution.
Okay.
But if any proposal comes in, and as you know, there is a evaluation process, you have to look at on merits, how safe your funding is. So a lot of factors go into it. So unless there is a definitive proposal on the table, it is also very difficult to state our position that what will happen.
All right. No,
unless we see the proposal, we can't take a step.
No, I take your point, though.